Guys, your boy Alex, and today we're watching 10 Biggest Lies About the Philippines, another Philippine video.
Ready to hear the lies.
Let's see what it is. Probably gonna be just like really crazy, honestly, like over the top things.
I'm assuming there are gonna be some negative stereotypes in
they're
here
probably
too.
gonna be negative, but it's gonna be some pretty crazy, probably stuff. I'd assume some crazy stuff.
Let's disband it. Let's
watch this, see what it is. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious to know. We've been having a really fun time watching these Pinoy videos. So guys, if you have more suggestions, other Filipino videos you'd like us to watch, let us know in the comments. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Post videos every single day. So hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you guys would like us to watch in the comments. Like I just said, we watch all our videos from what you guys suggest. And without further ado, let's watch this and see what we think. Thanks to FTD Facts for the 10 facts. And that's how we got this. So, yeah. Thank you.
Let's go.
We're gonna watch this, see what we think. Are you ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
We're gonna watch.
The Philippines is a country that we love to talk about here in FTD Facts. So much can be said about the beauty of the country as well as the beauty of the people. Yet, even still, there are many stereotypes, misconceptions, and straight-up lies that have been put on as labels on the country and its people. Welcome back to FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and for this episode, I'm going to be looking at 10 of the biggest lies, stereotypes, and misconceptions about the Philippines. Okay, so let's get into this list. At number 10, Filipino women are submissive and quiet. Like every other country, though, women come in a variety of attitudes. Some a little bit more attitude-prone than others. But either way, Filipinos are just a conservative type of woman. According to sources, Filipino women, they find it uncomfortable to mingle or even interact with male foreigners and even their own men. They also have a reputation of being quiet and shy, but this is normally because they feel that they don't have the adequate skill of speaking English to the foreigners. So instead of
I feel like there's a lot more to it than obviously just that like straight like women, you know what I mean?
Well, there's a lot of cultural stuff going on and everything, but I mean that's probably very true. They're used to speaking Tagalog or most of the time Taglish, like we've seen in videos, and it's difficult for them to speak sometimes for them to speak just English.
I'm saying the way like at first it comes off not great, but then when you think about the reasons, it's like okay, well, duh, there's like reasons why.
Who wants to talk to strangers that you don't know in a language
you don't really know
that
100%?
that you're not 100% on?
I wouldn't. So it'd be like men are submissive. I wouldn't. And it's like I think it depends on what you know.
Let me know if there's some scary stuff in this world. I'm not trying to walk around talking to strange men. Heck no.
I just feel like it's like you don't see a lot of people in general walking up to strangers or other people and just being, you know what I mean? Generally people keep to themselves or their friend group. That's really the truth.
I think other people just want to see them in that certain way.
Yeah. So there we go. Let's keep it going.
Speaking nonsense, they remain silent. The next lie is that the Philippines is one land mass. This is something that I've been guilty of thinking myself. But there's actually over 7,000 islands that make up the Philippines, and around 2,000 of them are inhabited. And this is known as an archipelago, which is a collection of islands, or sometimes a sea containing a small number of scattered islands. Now, the Philippines has a total land area of 300,000 square kilometers, which works out to be 115,831 square miles. This makes it the world's largest island country. The Philippine archipelago is divided into 3 island groups: Luzon, Visayas, as well as Mindanao. The lie number 8 is Filipinos don't speak English. So when tourists visit the country of the Philippines, they're usually surprised at the fact that Filipinos...
Some of these are pretty bad. This is the first one, like, don't speak English, when it's like, that's their, like, second language. So you think, it's like, huh? That's just crazy to me.
It's spoken, like, almost 50-50.
So, yeah, that's let's see. At the end of this, we're gonna talk about which ones we think are, like, cap. Because this one feels cap to me.
They actually learn English as their first language. Most Filipinos also learn it alongside Tagalog growing up. Although some Filipinos will have a distinct accent while speaking English, English-speaking tourists will have little or no trouble at all communicating with them. And this actually leads us to our next lie. And this lie is that Filipinos only speak Tagalog. This lie and misconception is similar to the idea that Chinese people speak Chinese, when in fact they speak a wide variety of languages.
How are you going to have the last one with them not speaking English, but then have this one where they just didn't...
It's the same thing. You just said the same thing.
Yeah.
Is like Mandarin, Cantonese, etc. In the Philippines, though, Tagalog is one of many dialects spoken in the country.
This is a
Okay,
share.
so they mean other dialects
and you
and
don't
not
need any of
just
these to make money
English.
from the stock.
That makes a little more sense.
And in fact,
Back in the year 1937, the government adopted Tagalog, elevating its status as a national language of the Philippines, also calling it Filipino. And it has since become mixed with other existing Philippine dialects, as well as foreign languages like English and Spanish. Now, when it comes to native languages and dialects, there are more than 200 in the entire country. Number 6, all Filipinos share the exact same culture. So, being an archipelago, like I mentioned earlier, historically there was no actual Philippines to refer to. The different groups of islands being separated by large bodies of water, they contain their own distinct culture and language and traditions. Because of this, they were very distinct from each other. So then the movement for a united Philippines didn't come until the arrival of the Spanish, which was much later on though. Alright guys, so we reach halfway in this episode. We have 5 more lies to look
Let's
at.
go.
And for more information about Philippines, I definitely want you to check out our video where we did 10 surprising facts about the Philippines. It is a mind-blowing episode. It's such a beautiful country, so much to learn about it. I'll link to it below in the video description section so you can check it out after this. Alright, continuing with the lies. In at lie number 5, we have Filipinos are nannies and call center agents. That's all they're good for. Okay, so
If you come to America, honestly, a lot of people in general just do call center jobs.
I used to work at a call center.
That's a
job.
very just like, I mean, and then you see people saying like in India, I mean, a lot of countries, people don't realize how many call centers there are everywhere.
Nanny
Just
jobs
everywhere.
too. My
So
mother used to be
those
a nanny
two
for
jobs,
many, many years.
those two jobs are just very, I feel like that's just a very, you're gonna see that job, and people are gonna have kids, a lot of people have kids.
Well, yeah, but basically what they're insinuating
is there's
there
only 2 things.
Yeah,
But that's just silly, but
that they don't have any other skills besides that, which is an upsetting thing to think about.
no, I'm just
That
saying,
they're like stereotyping that way.
I think it's an easy one to throw out. If you could put that anywhere, honestly, in my
I
opinion. You could
guess.
say that even a bit, yeah. I feel like it's just kind of silly.
So, Filipinos may just be very good at delivering these types of services, and because of
And
that,
with people.
there's a high demand for their skills in other countries. However, not everyone shares the same dream job interest. There's actually millions and millions of Filipinos living and working overseas with completely different professions, like doctors and nurses and singers. Yeah, Filipinos sing really good. That's another stereotype, but I think there's like some
Don't don't sing. Oh my gosh.
These are Smile Direct Club
We
aligners.
can't catch a break.
facts to that. You'll find Filipino entrepreneurs, IT specialists, engineers, and the list goes on and on and on and on and
No,
on.
wait,
So
everyone
no.
does everything.
They're not just nannies, and they don't just work in call centers overseas. So lie number 4 is Manila is the main business district, and this is something that I thought as well, I'm not gonna lie.
What's their
Contrary to what
biggest-
many foreigners think,
biggest
most
city?
of the embassies and big firms, banks, and insurance companies, they're actually located in Makati and Taguig City. Makati and Taguig are located within the greater Manila area. Now, Manila is the capital city of the Philippines.
Oh my god, Cat.
You're killing me! Oh my god. I was gonna say this is the first one that surprised me,
But then he said they're in the greater. It's
So
pretty much
they
being
are in
in
Manila.
Oh.
oh my god.
Philippines,
killing me.
and it is one of the most populated
I can make
cities,
a top 10
but it is
biggest
not
lies.
necessarily
About this
where
video.
all the main action happens. Number 3, have you heard this one before? Dog meat is regularly eaten and served. Okay, all right.
This is something I've never I don't think I've ever heard for the Philippines, and I can say that because I have tons of friends from the Philippines, and it's never even been a joke. So, yeah.
Where is this coming from?
I-
Who says this?
I do hear about people and certain. I mean, China, but they do sell like dogs there, like in the wet
Like in the
markets and
wet
stuff.
markets.
So it's like they sell every like type of animal there.
Everything.
So they are
That
when people
means
say
they
it, it's
can cook
it's not even jokingly. You know, it's like it's just like okay, you literally could see it if you searched it up. But some countries, it's like you're not gonna. Yeah, it's like silly to me. But yeah.
All right, so no, they don't sell dog meat in Filipino supermarkets and grocery stores. Eating dogs in Philippines it's a very taboo topic, and there actually are a few small groups. Mostly of them are in the northern region of the country, in the mountain province, where indigenous people as well as their ancestors have had a history of eating dog meat. But you're not gonna be finding it at restaurants or in grocery stores just like that. No, it doesn't exist. Number 2. Filipinos date foreigners for money and papers. All right, guys. So
This happens honestly in every country.
in every part of the world ever.
Yeah, that's why people always say like you can order a Russian mail order bride. Like, that's something I feel like people joke about all the time. Like mail order brides. It happens. Like it's a real thing.
It happens in every
country. So yeah.
Does it happen? Yes, it does.
I do have. I will say my old when I was getting my teeth cleaned, my like dental hygienist. She's from the Philippines, and she was trying to hook me up with her niece, who's Filipino, but she's already American. But I will say, Filipinos, they're definitely very friendly, and so I guess in that case, but I wouldn't say they do it for papers. But yeah, we have a lot of actually Filipino friends and people that we've met that have come here to America and are citizens.
Well, I know a good deal like first generation.
Yeah, a lot of first generation.
I know a lot of them actually.
And they generally come here as a couple, I would say, or one shows up and the other one eventually they wait for both to get here. But I've never heard of a story.
I've never met anyone that came here, like married someone for money or papers.
I think they did like a video. There was like a thing on TV where some like white guy, like it was a joke. He memed it, and it was 90 Fiance or something like that.
Oh my god!
And I think that's probably where this came from because she was from the Philippines. I'm pretty sure. And I think that's what.
Okay, they were something else. If y'all have seen 90 Day Fiance,
I haven't watched it, but I think that's what you probably people get this from, possibly.
Well, shit, Rose was something else.
Oh, I didn't. I've never watched it, but I assume that.
I watched every video I could find on it because they were hilarious.
Well, let's see what this last one is, but yeah.
These ideas are largely perpetuated because of shows like 90 Day Fiance, let's be honest, okay? But not all Filipinos dream of becoming an American or British citizen or whatever. Some just love to travel and meet new people along the way.
A lot of Filipinos
just because Filipinos date and marry foreigners also doesn't mean that they're just looking for visa applications, making that whole process easier and everything. Filipinos, they can afford to fund their own travels themselves, get their visas, and do their jobs in foreign countries, so they don't necessarily need a foreign partner to do so. Marrying a Filipino actually does not mean that the foreigner has to support the Filipino's family either.
Insurance for members like Kate, a former Army medic.
We just want to see the last one.
You know, there's a lot of times where people move overseas and it's like, okay, well, you got to send money back to my family. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's unfair to label Filipinos with that stereotype. And yes, so it is a sad reality that because they date foreigners, it's assumed that they're just gold diggers. But if you actually think about it, just because someone dates somebody from a foreign country doesn't mean that that person is rich either. So yeah, something to think about there. And now moving on to our biggest one of this episode, Philippines. It's a very dangerous country. Now, we've all seen the news reports. Many foreigners, they hear about Philippines' war on drugs, among other struggles that they have in the country. And this has led foreigners to think that the Philippines is a place of criminals and kidnappers everywhere. Now, there are, of course, several unfortunate issues in the country, but overall, away from the hotspots of criminal activity, there are many beautiful places and safe places that you'll see in the...
Okay, now that we know the timeline there, and this last one, I'll almost say, like...
I don't know if I've ever really considered it to be an especially dangerous place.
Well,
I've heard some things with it.
I've talked to people that go there all the time, literally like my coworker now is from there, went to college there, and even like our old coworkers. Literally, both my jobs now, everyone's Filipino. That's who I've befriended, and they've told me that like where not to go in the Philippines, where to go. They told me that where it's dangerous. So yes, there are dangerous spots. I feel like there's most tourist spots are going to be hot spots for theft, things like that. Watched a video about it in Paris. It's just going to depend on where you go.
100%.
Yes.
We used to live in a hot spot.
But or we were wasn't. I mean, it would be like New Orleans. You're gonna have people that are gonna be like that.
Chicago is the murder capital of America.
You're gonna have certain cities where when they have just tourists, stuff like that, people that aren't from that area, they're gonna get taken advantage of. That happens everywhere in the world. And I talked to my friends that are from the Philippines, first generation here, and they've told me where to go, where not to go. Pretty much said like, if you're gonna go to the Philippines, go to the little islands and enjoy the beach. Don't go to the cities. They're like straight up. Don't go to Manila, this, that. And I'd like to still go to Manila, but they were like kind of giving me like, don't go. And so they explained why. And I'm like, okay, I respect that. I'm glad they let me know. And so there's always some truth to some stuff, but only a little bit. And a lot of these were pretty just kind of capped. Watching this, thank you, 10 Facts, FTD Facts. I want to see his one that was like the positive stuff about the Philippines, because I'm really curious. I assume that one's going to be really good. This one I kind of felt some of the stuff, it's like being someone that has befriended tons of Filipinos. Like I have a lot of close friends that are from there growing up, and I'd say a lot of this stuff just doesn't meet with what.
Yeah, and I don't know. I understand that he makes a video about like, preconceptions some people might have about the Philippines. And he's saying that they're not true. So I can understand that too, but I don't know.
Some of them just seemed a little.
Yeah, I'm
just
searching for
something
the
to put in.
words. I don't know.
Let's just say cap. Some of them are a little cap. That's sort of like a term people keep using, and I'm like, I'm starting to use it now. Cap. But no, like some of them, it was like the English thing and then the Tagalog, like they were back to back. I was like, what? But no. Let us know in the comments what you guys thought of the video. Subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video.
Do it.
Let us know if you watch more Pinoy videos down below, guys. Give it a like, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye, guys.